G'day everyone, welcome back for the next round of this Victorian Gentleman Traveller's Wallet Notebook thing that we're doing. And we're just going to get on and do some bits of addition. I'm going to do the inside cover. I'm not going to glue anything down fully today because I'm going to go off and decorate the front. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing, but I've got some of the background pages that are part of the kit, and they're on card, and I'm going to use them as the next stages of this. So this one fits lovely in here, but I've got angles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with the side where it's going to fit in. I'm just going to clip it there for now so I don't move it too much. Just making sure it's right where it needs to be. Okay. Angled over, and then I'm just going to get my pencil and I'm going to whip there and whip there, and then I'm going to snip it off. I'm going to just come just a bit inside there, a bit inside there. Got those corners snippied off, and that will then fit nicely in here now, and I've still got that stitching around it, which is kind of what I wanted. Going to take my ink and just distress around the edges. So we've got that part there. And then I have used the Tim Holtz slot pocket dies, and keeping with that Merlot colour that we used on these little labels of the specimen slides, I'm going to add that to here. So I've just got to position it just so it fits nicely in there, and I measured it so we could fit the two in, which we can. And it's a matter of getting these suckers down. But I'm going to, actually before I do that, I'm going to ink the edges of these. I will come back and decorate them too, but I want to just grunge it up a little bit. They're a little bit too clean for my liking. So it's going to come along with the ink. How has everyone been? It has been a few days since I filmed the last one, although it'll probably be only a day in uploads. But I went off yesterday and went up to Bundaberg, which is the town, I don't know, about an hour and a half north of me. Saw my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece and nephew, and did a bit of swimming and a bit of op shopping. So, because my sister-in-law likes to op shop, and the kids like, we all like to op shop, which is always awesome. We all have that similar thing. So I went off to a couple of op shops up there, and the girls got a few items, cool items of clothing and so forth. So that was pretty cool. I am trying to show restraint. Maybe that should be my word of the year, restraint, in my purchases. So I didn't actually buy all that much, not too much that I want to start using the stuff that I have. So I didn't actually get too much, but if I saw it and they were pretty good bargains, and I'm like, yeah, right, I did, but not anything too drastic. I got myself a pair of jeans, which is good. Do I need another pair of jeans? No, but they were label jeans, and I was like, yeah, probably should. Got them. And alright, so we've got that all like that. Now now we can come in and attach these. So I'm just going to run down the edges. Across the bottom. And across the top. Trying to position this. There we go. Looks pretty good. Alright. Smudgy that down. For one. And redo the next one. Yeah, so it was nice to get away. The oldest drove most of the way on a learner, so he did really well. Introduced her to cruise control. I think she enjoyed that. Enjoyed the car being able to keep the speed, and she could focus just on the actual driving, as in, you know, steering and paying attention to the roads and stuff. So, that was pretty good. Slowly getting there. Right. So there we go. We got the slot pockets on. Now that's pretty much all I'm going to do for that, except for some, obviously some decorating and things like that, and adding of ephemera. But that pretty much satisfies that little part there. I didn't want too much there, but I just wanted something there that we can utilise. And now we're going to look at this side. So what I did, I don't like to waste things, is the bit that separated the wallet component. I've taken that out. I've just removed the little bits from the end, and then I've cut a piece of card that fits right on top of that. So that's what we're going to use here as our base. So I'm just again going to come around and ink up the edges of this. Got it all ready to go there, and we're going to look at what we're going to do with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some envelope flips, and I've got a bunch of just copy dyed and junk envelopes, and this one here is found at one of the recycle op shops or whatever, a bunch of the invitation pockets, so it's kind of already designed like that. It's too big for what I want here, but I just need to cut it down a little bit and it will be perfect. So I need to put this in. Seeing where it fits, and then this will come in, and so we need it about there is the minimum that we can cut it at. So like, let's do that. Now, I don't think I'm going to cut it a little bit lower so that we can have a tag come out of it and have a bit of room. So if we get ruler, the whole thing I think is 8 3/4 when I measured it. But if I take, what if I take 2 1/4 off? I reckon that'd give us enough little room to have a little tag out without it interfering too much. So I'm just going to take 2 1/4 off. Okay. So we've got this little piece left over. We might use that. We've got some ideas for that. And then we've got this pocket here. So this will fit like so onto here. I'm just going to mark like we did last time. I just had the pencil, like seriously, there it is, where I need to keep within, kind of, just to ensure we maintain that. I'm just going to get that out of the way for now. Alright, so this will go in here, like so. And I think I'm going to put the notch back in that it had. I'm just going to take a larger circle punch. Pop that through. So we've still got that. Now I'm going to ink up the edges. That all covered. Now I want to take this window pocket and attach it like so, kind of in the middle. I'm going to decorate that one too first, so just looking at what we can do. I'm just going to make an envelope flippy floppy thing. I know. Very technical terms. Just inking around the edges first off. And then we can look at decorating it. So we've got that. And I'm just going to get out some of the papers and things that we have left over, and card. I'm trying to think, do I want? So if it goes like this, and we'll have something in the background just to decorate. But what other papers have I got? Let's have a look at these other papers. Okay, so I've got one of the backing sheets. I'm just going to make a mark where we need to... Oh, the pencil's gone again. Kind of take these down at. I'm just going to grab the ruler. That's the front of this one. Getting out that thumb notch again. Now these tend not to like copy paper, and there it proves me wrong. Alright. Pick this up. check how it looks. I need to come down with a little bit more ink in here so that I don't want it to look white. Alright, there we go. So we can glue that on. Oh, go figure. I don't know if it was one of my videos I was talking about. There was a thing here that said the suck truck for one of the septic waste removals. I actually passed it on the way up to Bundy yesterday. I was like, look, suck truck. Right. Okay, so there we go with that. We've got that one. I'm going to do the back. And I've got some leftover bits of paper and stuff from printing out and things not going right. Like the thing. So I think I'm going to use some ledge paper on this one. And if we and a pencil. And there and there. That one. There's that one. Some notch again. Now I'll probably come along with some stamps in the final decoration and do some stuff for this, but this is basically just about kind of getting it there and in place. That's good. Glued down. Now look at this one. I think I'm just going to kind of go around it with some collage stuff, with some strips that are around, with some scraps. Probably the best call of action. Having a look what's in the scrap bits. Use. Do that. We'll see what happens. Alright. Let's go here first. So yeah, it's go back to work next week, and I'm like, oh, I want to go back to work. I want to win the lotto. But I'm off tomorrow. I'm going up and helping on the mural I'm doing in a colleague's classroom. I'm dragging the girls along as well, making up. We all art, so I'm figuring they can help along with it too. Alright, that one. Might have to trim off some edges, but we'll get to that. Look at that. Look, along here. I'm just going to ink along this bit, and then I'll worry about it when we take off or cut off the edges. What else did I pull out? Subtract differences. Why not? And then, what have I got up top? I'll do a bit of wallpaper. And I've got another little piece of paper of something. Page. We'll go there. That. And then wallpaper. Trim off these edges. Like that. The back, I'm going to put some paper on. Might use, like, I have it all out and then I go looking for it and it's not there, which is, you know, the normal way how it rolls with me. Alright, there's some. Ah, perfect. So I can get it in here. A little bit off. Alright, so it's fitted in there, and then I'm just going to come along and trace along the edge hinge here, which then allows me to just come inside of it. Cut that out. So I've got that. Paper everywhere again. I clean up and then I end up with stuff everywhere. I'm not one, I have to have a tidy desk to be able to work. So it's like a constant battle of tidying up my desk, making a mess, tidying up the desk, making a mess. Now, I'm going to nickel on in here, and in here. Alright, now I need something for the inside because it's going to look funny if there's nothing there. So let's put some of this and put that in behind. Again, I need to put this in and cut along the edge. I should have done that while I had the other piece done, and then I would have only had to do it once instead of twice. But that's okay. So we've got it in. And we will simply and put this in. I'm probably pretty certain you don't want to see me try and fiddle and do this, so I'm going to pause it and then try and wedge it in there because it's going to be hilarious. Okay, so I've decorated all of the envelopes in a similar manner, and that little pocket, little top that we cut off the large card pocket, I have just cut another hinge on the back and put some wallpaper on it so that I can attach it. So what all I'm going to do is run a little bit of glue along the bottom, line this up like so, and then I'm just going to glue the hinges over. 1, 2, and we've got a little pocket there as well. So we've got that. Now we're going to attach the other guys, and I've got a plan for them. So what I'm going to use is I've got some little pieces of calico or linen, and I have that faux tape that we made in one of the earlier videos. Conveniently, it's in one of these plastic wallets, which I'm using to store that. So it works out pretty good. But what we're going to do is we're going to do this one here. I'm going to close this up. And before I close it fully up, I'm going to add our window envelope to this guy. in about the middle, there. Alright, and then I'm going to run some glue on this and along this section, and close it up. There we go, so we've got that. That one's all done. This one is going to go on to this side, and because I lost a little bit of measurement for, I worked out this little piece of book trim. It tells me exactly where I need to be above it. So I can go right there as a minimum, but I think I'm going to go up a little bit just to be on the safe side. And I'm going to add a little bit of calico. A little bit of glue. Add some here. And take it. I might go down a little bit because I want that tab to come out the top. Look at that. Another piece. Yeah, I'm going to get some of this tape. I am going to run some glue along this too because I want it to actually stay. This will dry translucent once it dries, so I'm going to put some here and over. Look at that. And we'll go over to this side. There we go. Add another bit of fabric. There. And I'm going to add some more tape. Add it along there. And a bit more tape. That, and then this one here, I've got 3 envelopes, and this is going to be the one for along here, and I'm going to have them kind of go staggered as such. Just figuring out where they need to sit to be within this area. So I think this one comes down a little bit. And that will be perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these off and glue them to each other that way, and come over here, add a little bit of glue. Yeah. Place it there. We've got this little one, and I'm going to, just for surety, add some tape. If I can get the tape off. We made it, so we may as well use it. Go along there. I'm just going to add a little bit there, add a little bit there. Down. Just going to trim a little bit off. And we've got that one. And do the same here. Oh, look at my fingers, I got glue everywhere. This is the problem. It gets sticky. There. Trim off a little bit down the bottom. Another one. And then the last one. There, and there. Oh, no, it's stuck to itself. Alright. And there we go. So we've got a bit of tape just there as extra, but honestly it's mostly decoration. And we've got that. There we go. And now we can bring back this guy here, and we can glue this onto this piece here. Let's see if I can bring that up. Help glue that down a little bit. Making sure this is all into corners and all of the bits, just so that it's well adhered. Look at this. And we will add it like so. So this is now added to that, which I can then bring in this part into the book, and it will go into here, like so, and that will also form a little pocket in here as well. So we've got like a little hidden extra tuck spot in there. And when we put this down, I was going to glue the pocket in, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it loose so that if you wanted to remove this, you can. So this goes in like that, and up here, down here, like so, and then we've got all of that tucked in. And then eventually that will get glued in here, which I'm not going to do yet because I don't know what I'm going to do on the front. And we've got that. So it still all holds together quite nicely. Never ended up working out how many pages it had, but I'll do that when I do the final flip through. What I'm going to do now is, decorating for me is just something that I always kind of struggle with. And I like building. Decorating doesn't come naturally. So I'm going to decorate with all the pieces of ephemera and add the pieces into it. So we've got all of these. Oh, that's what I was going to make. I'm also going to make some mini booklets. So I've got some mini signatures, and I'm going to make a mini version of these guys that we can probably utilize. You know, that one might fit in this zip, because remember we've still got the zip here, and we also have this pocket out here. So I was like, well, I might as well use up some of the scrap pieces of paper that were taken off when we were doing this, and the smaller versions of these book covers, and make a couple of books out of them. But I'm going to do all of that off camera, I think, because that means I can just sit there and zone out and make it and bring it together, and then I will film a final flip through of how this project ended up looking. But I think it looks pretty good. It's not super chunky yet. I haven't added the ephemera. It will get chunkier, but there is opportunity for the growth there because of the way we've made the closure. We're not worried about whether these meet up for the snap closure, because that was never going to work. And yeah, so we can work with that and see how we go. Alright, so I will see you hopefully in the next video, where I will share the completed one of this, and that will be, trying to get the pin back in the art glitter glue. And that will be this project, and then I'll be going on to my next design team project that I'm doing for Amanda is with the new seamstress kit and the Victorian ladies. So I've got some plans for that one too. But this is a smaller one. That one's going to be much bigger. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for joining me. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Yay! And I will see you in the next one. As always, remember, be kind, be strong, be aware, and I'll see you later. Bye!